Okay, so before the video starts, a little context is needed. I did print a model of the mounts that the motor has, along with where the sprocket is going to be aligned. This doesn't have the actual size of the motor, but it does have where the mounts are, so I can just decide what I'm going to do before the actual motor gets here. All right, so kind of met with another issue here. This motor, I've made a model of the motor with all the mounts on it. So this is what it looks like, at least like not like this thick, but this is what it look like. So it goes something like this in the bike. There's the top mount here, bottom two, and the one on the right. And so I was checking to see if it would fit, and it fits almost perfectly between these two right here. Issue is I don't know how well it's gonna line up with the actual chain. So I gotta see if I can do something to make it line up better. I don't know. All right, I was able to fit the battery and screwed in with some M8 bolts, as you can see here. Well, not the battery, the motor. I put a washer in on this side to give it a gap here. I might have to add another one later. And it lines up not very well. I'm gonna be honest. I could try to like hit these and bend them to fit better and line it up more. So I might try to do that. But I'm gonna wait till I get the actual motor to see if I can do that. All right, so I made another cardboard model of what the battery might look like, as you can see here. I made it with the actual scale motor in it. So this is what it should look like when it's done. As you can see, the battery does come out a little bit on both sides. But I'm trying to make as much room as possible in here. Yeah, so I mean, when I crash, I think the only issue would be this bottom corner. However, the case is coming and it's gonna be a metal case for the battery. So it's not gonna have that like plastic that this one has, it's gonna be a metal case. And on top of that, we're gonna be having these aluminum sheets right here. This is pretty thick stuff here, so. And these are going on all the corners as like the support on top of that. I do have to make this a little smaller because as you can see here, this would be the bottom mount of the motor, and it is like too low, as you can see. So yeah. I guess I should also say this, to make some extra room, this battery extends up until like basically like right under the frame. So if I wanted to do the nozzles coming into the gas tank itself, like up into there, I would have to take this out, which would remove like a buttload of space from it. And I also wouldn't be able to like slide it in like I was planning on doing. So instead, I think I could just have the nozzles come out like the side over here, like have three come out over here and go in like this way or something. Because I feel like that would be easier overall. Because I don't really have a lot of spots to do it, do I? Yeah, I mean, or yeah, I could have like come out like right here. That could work as well. But then I wouldn't be able to slide it in. So yeah, I think it's just gonna have to come out the side. They come out about an inch, on like if you really come out. So that could be an issue. Probably do it like up here somewhere, and it like wraps up around here into there. That would look pretty cool, not gonna lie. Yeah. So that's kind of the issue I'm faced with now that I'm faced with. But yeah. Okay, so after I fitted the motor in here, I made some like fake aluminum brackets here just to see what the mounts would look like. These are supposed to be 90 degrees, but it's whatever. So that's kind of what it's gonna look like. They're both gonna stretch across And that'll be our second mounting point, making that triangle for the motor. Yeah, hopefully it'll be strong enough. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty confident. If I need to, I'll add another mount. Mock battery, we'll just grab this. Right, boom. Slides in nice and easy. If there wasn't all the tape here, slides in like that. Yeah. Alright, so I got another package in the mail today. Look at this sprocket, dude. That thing's freaking awesome size, pretty solid. 520 chain sprocket, perfect for what I'm doing. Yeah, and I also got this, like, I guess this is signed, yeah, it's a signed Electronica. Got in the mail. I guess it might be because I ordered that motor, or maybe they just ship this with every order. I don't really know. Pretty solid sticker too, retro wave sticker. And so yeah, I'm just gonna see if it'll fit on the plastic one that I printed. Maybe it won't, maybe it will. And yeah. All right, so here is the sprocket right here. I probably shouldn't be touching this with my finger. Goes on something like that. So as you can see, the chain is a little, whatever, it's a little short. But this part of the chain goes right here. The other part of the chain stretches to about right there too. So I think this is gonna be a pretty good match because we do have a lot of room to move the tire back. So it might be a pretty solid match here. All right, so at this point, all I'm really waiting on is the sprocket to get here. And then this thing, after some fabrication with these little things that I made, we'll be basically set and we can take it for some rides with this battery. And I'm hoping I get at least a solid amount of range from this battery. It's pretty big, but you know, with this bike, you never know. I have no idea how far it's gonna go for. Might be really good, might be all right. Yeah, I'll see y'all. Once it gets here, it's gonna be a pretty long video of me making everything, and yeah. Okay, so after the video ended, what I did is I went back to the manufacturer that I was talking to in the second video, and I gave them the new dimensions. They gave me a new spec sheet. I decided that I didn't really need that little top section of the battery that fit just barely against it. I decided that I wasn't gonna risk it not fitting at all, so I decided to take that out. And so the new specs they gave me were a 20S 13P cell, which would be 72 volts and I think 65 amp hours, depending on which cell you use. As of right now, I decided on the Samsung 50S cells because I'm not really trying to go overkill with the power. Like the EV50 PL cells, which are actually still in early development. I did not know that in the last video, but I'm gonna wait until later if I'm gonna order a battery with those cells, because they don't actually have the 5 amp hour advertised range. It's more like 4.2 amp hours, which is still pretty solid, but the Samsung 50 cells have better range than that, and they cost almost the same amount. So that's the ones that I'm going to be using.